Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please remember to subscribe and to share. I'm always looking for feedback. I thought that I would follow up on one of my most recent YouTubes where I talked about what family court needs. They need education on what the pathology of these abusers are. They need to truly understand what this looks like when it shows up in the courtroom. But additionally, what do we really need to talk about, right? And it's this idea of how do we let go a little bit? Sometimes the abuser is just pulling on a rope, wanting us so badly to be engaged in the court process. I love that Dr. Ramani quoted me recently last year at a psychotherapy networker conference where she said, Dr. C says it's not high conflict. When you hear the word high conflict, we have to assume one person has been exerting power and control over another person. It doesn't mean that both people aren't behaving badly sometimes, of course. But when we think about how a victim might behave uncharacteristic of themselves, out of character because they're being oppressed, that is very different than suffering abuse and having a desire, a need to control everything. And that's what abusers do, right? So when something is high conflict, we have to ask who's the person who's bringing the toxicity to the table? It's the foundational aspects of that relationship that have caused the problems. But here's the reason why we need to let go of the rope a little bit sometimes. Some people have to remain engaged in court. I get it. You might need the money, quote unquote. You might need access to things. But what can you let go of? Because here's the problem. The more that we are pulling on that rope, the more emboldened the abuser is, the happier. I mean, literally, like a pig in mud, happier the abuser is. They tighten their grip. And who do they tighten it on? Well, they tighten it on you. You're tightening it on you. You're their scapegoat. You're their primary scapegoat. But secondary to that is they use the children as weapons. That's why Dr. Evan Stark, who propelled the term coercive control, he said that children are secondary victims, not because they're not relevant, but because if I can exert power and control over the children, and in that the children exert power and control over the adult victims, I've won. I have won. That's how I win. So every time we go back to court, if we have a contempt, if there's something going on, we have to go back to court for something. Got to ask yourself, let's weigh the cost and the benefits. Do I really need that thing? Whether it's my favorite dining room set or it's more child support. Again, maybe you need it. I'm not judging here, right? Or is it more custodial time? Knowing that if you go for more custodial time, the abuser is going to try to take more custodial time. How do you create more calm in all of these relationship dynamics, particularly the ones with your children? Because every time we go back to court, the abuser is going to intensify, is going to get worse with the children. So disengaging, letting go a little bit, letting go of the rope could make things better. Now, again, please, I know some people are going to comment and say, I have to go back to court. I know some people have to. There's no judgment here. I'm just offering it as a little bit of an insight. Sometimes I have moms come to me, they say, hey, you know, he's $10,000 behind in child support and he owes me that money. Justly, like justly angry. Totally get it. Maggie's meowing. I get it. Okay. So he owes you. But is he ever going to pay it? Even if you go back to court? Or is he going to keep luring you into court and you're going to still keep paying for an attorney? You have to calculate out again the costs and the benefits. What are the costs of going back to court? What are the benefits of going back to court? And if the cost is that your children are going to be further coercively controlled, it's definitely not worth it. So I hope that's helpful. Sending out positive vibes. Please check out my TEDx. Marie could be me. Marie could be you. Marie is me. Just about the whole story. And she, I know, is your story too. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks. Bye.